See, this is the eval King gave me the whole time I was on the ship, which is a 68.6875, right? That's a D. It's not even a passing grade, right? But, now this is starting April 15th, 2019. My first grade is a B, second A, third A, fourth B, well, fourth A, fifth B, sixth A, seventh A, B, B, A, B, A, 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 B. Now, my cumulative grade point average is 3.60. Right, right. Now, this is from UMA, and this is from Tech Association degree. So I've been in school since April. And because, right, the pharmacist made up like I couldn't do the job, and when you were, um, he didn't even give me 3 days, right, right, before he's ready to dismiss me, right, right. Now I'm driving from Port Wentworth all the way to Garden City, right, around 10 p.m., and that's about the time the truckers start coming to Port Wentworth to go to the ports. Well, it's called Port Wentworth, by the way. So, a 3.6, though, is a 90, right? And that at least gets me on a roll. So, that's what King gave me in the Navy. And he gave it to me because he wouldn't train me. But when I was able to do a job, even though it was an easy job I could do, right? I did that job because I was trying to do the same thing with King, but he wasn't showing me what I needed to know to do the job safely, right? He was only giving me the work card, and all that showed me is the location of the job site, but not what the equipment I was supposed to be working on looked like. And that's why I also did better with this course. I have books, right? Right? Right. And all that, right? To do all this, right? Yeah, yeah. And that's what I mean. This explains it all. Now, like I told you, Leap showed me a bunch of books on the shelf, right? But the problem is, okay, King's supposed to say, Shane, this work card goes with this book. Like, I'm supposed to know that through psychic connection or something. When I didn't have a clue that the books had to tie in with the work card at all. I didn't even think anything about it. Why? Because no one said anything about using books with the work card at school, or even a lot of detail about the work card. You know, mainly they were trying to prep us for basic electrical knowledge, right? And how some of the theories worked and calculations we might have to do. Well, they never showed me how to use any of the things I learned in A school. And of course, I don't even remember half the formulas or the calculations anyway. And I did pass with a 79, right? Which is still an 80, right? The whole course, right? Now, here I did a 90. And this is, you know, without being in school. Right. In like, since 1990, right? Last school I was in was A school itself, right? Now, I did go to kind of a firefighting training course, right, while on the ship, right? Briefly, because no one else wanted to do it. That's kind of what they were doing with me. Things they didn't want to do, they made me do, right? And like I said, when you don't have a choice and you don't know what you're doing in the first place and they're not elaborating, and you don't even know what you're doing wrong, what can you say? That's why all the musical stuff too, right? Like I said, I could kind of do musical things before I joined the Navy, and no one can take all that away from me. I know. Right. You might not like it. You might be so hung up on, you know, copyright law that you don't think fair use applies, but that's how we played stuff in the band that was copyrighted. If we wanted to play a musical version of a song, we were taught how to do that. Under fair use. That's why I know a little bit about it, right? Well, what that means is all I got to do is mention Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven and do it in a teaching format and teach you how to sing like Robert Plant, for example. If I do that, I'm teaching you how to impersonate Robert Plant, and it's not necessarily for anything but educational purposes. But I'm not a nonprofit organization, but neither is the little old lady who teaches the children piano in her neighborhood. Like I told you before. So these are just odd things I'm doing to pass the time, right? Think about it.